not only Bill Belichick is out the Hall of Fame, we have Robert Kraft, the owner of the Patriots, who has been voted out of the Hall of Fame. I ain't gonna lie, it gets to a point where the Hall of Fame committee is gonna have to look and reevaluate how they vote for people, because one thing is, like, these are two people who are very valuable candidates to the Hall of Fame. These are people who are very valuable to the franchises they were on, whether it was coaching or owning the team. And now you got two people who are out the Hall of Fame. So honestly, Robert Kraft was more surprising to me than Bill Belichick, because Belichick did have cheating allegations when he was with the Patriots, the Spygate and Deflategate. But Kraft didn't really have much. I mean, he had an investigation where he was getting investigated for like something with a massage parlor, but that's not gonna keep you at the Hall of Fame, honestly. I mean, when Kraft became the owner in 1994, the New England Patriots, they were about to relocate to St. Louis. And the original owners, they went bankrupt, they gave it to somebody else, and they thought about relocating. Now, from 1967 to 1965, they went 37-88. That is a terrible record, obviously. From 1989 to 1993, they went 19-61. Over 4 years, you only won 19 games, and each year you have 16 seasons. That's literally like 5 wins a season. So that means your team is terrible. And in 1991, the team only sold 17,635 tickets. I don't think that would fill up half of a stadium today. So when you look at the conditions that Robert Kraft was had going into owning this team, he really took a gamble. He bought the Patriots for $172 million, and they started from scratch, starting in 1994. They did go to a Super Bowl in like 3 years, and they went against the Packers, but they lost. But it showed that Robert Kraft was able to turn that program around. Now, when that team ran its course, he found a new coach in Bill Belichick. And we started to see the beginning of a dynasty, especially with the rise of a star quarterback named Tom Brady. And the reason why I mentioned that story, which has been told a lot of times, is because Robert Kraft was really good at setting the foundation and just leaving it alone. He had Belichick, he had Brady, and he went on to win 6 Super Bowls and appeared in 10 with that duo right there. If you go to an owner, and I hate to say it, like Jerry Jones, who had that foundation with Jimmy Johnson, but got rid of him after they won their second Super Bowl, after they won back-to-back. Couldn't leave well enough alone, got rid of Jimmy Johnson. Everything went downhill after they won the final Super Bowl in 96. Jerry hasn't been back to a Super Bowl in 30 years, let alone an NFC championship. So Robert Kraft was really good at setting his foundation with Belichick and Brady and building around it. There were some pieces that came and went, but throughout the years, they were able to fill in those pieces and able to make Super Bowl after Super Bowl after Super Bowl in each decade, basically. So when you look at his genius, look at Kraft's genius as an owner, he got to get that type of credit. You know what I'm saying? And honestly, not only credit for the New England Patriots, but credit for setting up the Kraft Group, which that was his little business that he had before he bought the Patriots for $172 million. Like I said earlier, this podcast, we got to look into how people vote for finalists, because there's a lot of people that are getting snubbed at the Hall of Fame. And now it's starting to take national recognition, because you just eliminated 2 people who put the most successful franchise on the map. And now that successful franchise is now in the Super Bowl. Now let's talk about the aftermath of Brady and Belichick. He did struggle as an owner. You know what I'm saying? And 2020, he started rebuilding. Tom Brady left, and they had to go look for another head coach after Belichick went on, and he's at North Carolina right now. And who did he find? Mike Vrabel, a former New England Patriot who was coached under Belichick and knew what it take to get back to a Super Bowl. He knew the Patriot way. So in Vrabel's first year as a head coach, which we're looking at right now, he's in a Super Bowl. So Kraft, time and time again, has proved that he can turn these teams around. And he's done a really good job. Drake May, in his second year, might be MVP of the league. Mike Vrabel might get Coach of the Year. And now he set another foundation. And I'm predicting that this New England Patriots team might go all the way for many years to come. I don't think there's anybody in the AFC that can match up against a Patriots team. Now, a lot of people do make the excuse about them playing low-level teams during the season, but in the playoffs, they proved everybody wrong, and they got to that Super Bowl. So even after this whole Hall of Fame drama, Robert Kraft is still showing people time and time again, hey, I am one of the best owners in the league. I've done this for a long time, and I definitely deserve to get in the Hall of Fame. So that's something that I really want to cap off. I mean, he does need to be in the Hall of Fame. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Also, Belichick needs to be in the Hall of Fame because he was able to lead that team to 10 Super Bowls, winning 6. That's all I got to say for this podcast. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. Hope you all have a great rest of your day. And I'm out. Peace.